You know, they say childhood things are to be put in the past, or you need to put childhood things aside. However, for me and Gregory, those childhood things should have been let go a long time ago. This is a story that brought us both terrible memories that when we revisited Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. My parents were off to a 2-week vacation to Hawaii. I was in charge of Gregory while they were away. My parents gave us both $600 to last us those 2 weeks. Mom told me to do chores with Gregory and not to leave the house without asking, permission. Before Mom and Dad left to their trip, Gregory asked them if we could go to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex again, and then they said yes, we can go, but warned us to be back by 10 p.m. Otherwise, they're calling Uncle Mark and Aunt Sarah to babysit us, and we'll be grounded while they stay. As Mom and Dad left, Gregory went to his room and grabbed his birthday money from 3 weeks ago. I told Gregory that I didn't want to go to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. He asked me why not. I explained to him about what Grandma and Grandpa told us that freaked me out a lot about the incidents and what they saw on their birthday from 1987. And how kids, teens, and parents who go missing or presumed dead when they never find them. Gregory then replied, yeah, but that was years ago. This is pretty different. Plus, the place has a lot of employees. I'm sure no one's going to get lost in there. Gregory replied, yeah, I said. But I told him, alright, let's go. But only because I want to beat him at laser tag again. After we did our chores and showered, we drove off after locking up the house. It was 12 p.m. when we arrived at the biggest Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in the world. When we entered, we both noticed the giant Glamrock Freddy golden statue. It was cool. After a few selfies with it, we saw the photos. However, in one of the pictures, we noticed something in the back of the statue. It looked like a white female rabbit. In my head, I thought maybe it was a new character in a commercial or something that they advertised it. Then I heard a couple of kids call for Gregory. Turns out it was Gregory's friends from school. I told him, why did you invite them, Gregory? It was supposed to be a day of you and me. Gregory said, I didn't invite them. They texted me before we left that they were coming to hang out here. So as a group, we headed towards the arcade area. Man, we played a lot of games, but Gregory ended it with 100,000 tickets and got a Jumbo Freddy plushie. I got 50,000 tickets and got Roxanne Wolf, the plushie, to complete my personal collection. From home. Afterwards, we went to the Bonnie's bowling alley to continue me and Gregory's little game that we left off for our rematch. I was able to beat Gregory and I won a Glamrock Freddy collectible action figure, but I gave it to Gregory since he wanted it in the first place. When I looked at the time, it was 4:30. Man, time really did go fast. I told Gregory if he was hungry. He said yes, and we went to the El Chips Mexican buffet and got some enchiladas. While we ate, Glamrock Freddy and Roxanne Wolf walked to our table to greet us. They asked if we were enjoying our time here at Freddy's Pizzaplex. We said yes, and I pulled my phone and told Roxanne if she wanted to take a picture with me and Gregory. She said yes, I'd like that. She was one of my favorite characters of all of them here. It was 5:30 after we ate, and I told Gregory if he wanted to go laser tagging now. He said, you're on, let's go. We got our vests and laser guns, and we started round 2 from last time. 30 minutes in the round, Gregory wasn't there anymore. I started to panic. I started looking around room to room. My heart was beating really, really fast. I was never this scared in my life. I asked for a security guard to help me look for him, and she said, okay, I'll look for him. What was his name? I told her it's Gregory Crisworth. She took off looking for him. In my mind, I said in a terrible voice, man, Mom and Dad are not going to like this at all. I'm so much trouble. I looked for Gregory everywhere as well. In the Monty's golf course, the stations, where the animatronics go to rest, the arcade rooms, the laser tag maze again. Nothing. Then I remembered about my favorite character, Roxanne Wolf. Of course she has a raceway. I ran to the raceway and I saw Gregory with one of the staff. I ran to Gregory and I told him, "Don't ever walk away like that on me ever again." Gregory promised not to do that again. I thanked the man, but the man said, "You shouldn't leave your brother unattended." Kid, don't you know people disappear or end up in the ER for stuff like this? I asked the man, "What does that supposed to mean?" He said, "Let me tell you something that I know about Freddy's and the history behind these tragic incidents."